Hi, welcome back. This is Renee. This is going to be a quick video because I just want to finish this middle mini junk journal that I started last night in my previous video. So I had shared that I wanted to do a very short, kind of quick project, taking a break from my 3 larger vintage junk journals. And I used cardboard box pieces. Right there. Oops, wait. This isn't the piece. Where'd it go? Oh, right here. So this was a proactive box. And on the sides, there are these little pieces when you break the box down that make the most perfectly mini junk journal covers. So I did these 2 yesterday off camera. I just was gifting myself with a day at home because I've just been super busy and exhausted lately. And so I made this little one. And this junk journal, it has, I think, 9 pages. So what's that? 36 front and back. And I just secured the signature with elastic. I didn't even sew the elastic through the cardboard. I just literally wrapped it around. And it's pretty sturdy. I might still sew the actual signature and then stick it back in, but so that's one of them. And then the other one I made off camera yesterday, same, these are from a different box, but they're the same side panels. This one's a little bit longer. I didn't cut it down as much. It has a little lace ribbon closure, and I just collaged. This one is a little pocket with the tag, and this one is just a collage I glued right onto the cover with some vintage lace underneath. And then before I glued this material on the spine, I sewed with a standard 3-hole pamphlet stitch. I sewed the signature, and I put 10 pages in here. On the back, it's just this piece of paper that it's kind of like this, where I just use a bunch of my stamps and stamp a bunch of, just a bunch of stamps, and then I cut it apart. And so that's the back, and then I glued the material. And like I said, this one has 10 pages, so 40 front and back. I do still want to make some kind of inside the cover, you know, maybe some tuck spots or something. Cover it with some cardstock, or I don't know, maybe more of this paper, because I do have more. Just don't know where it is at the moment. But anyways, and then for this one, I used the thread that I sewed the signature in with, and I created a little spine dangle. All right. So for this quick little video, I did start this one on camera last night, and the video ended up being 49 minutes long. And all I did was cut the piece off, distress the edges, and make decisions. It took me that long to decide. So for this one, I put some vintage book page down first, and then this vintage lace over it, and then a very basic collage. I pulled this up because I realized I had not distressed the edges, so I'm going to stick that back down. The other thing I would like to do is use little brad to put that little, I guess it's a paper flower, but just, yeah, it's paper. So I'm trying to keep these 3 journals neutral as much as possible. This one does have a little bit of like light green, bluish. This one's going to have this little same color. So I just saw, I probably should separate these, but I have these teeny tiny ones that I like to use. Oh, these are not the right. There it is. teeny tiny brads that I like to use for the little paper flowers. I might try a little black one. This one's kind of big. Actually, that might be cute though. So yeah, after like I said, I lounged around yesterday, made those 2 little journals. So by the time I turned my camera on, it was already after 10. So by the time I finished my 49-minute video, and kind of got ready for bed, laid down and read a little bit, it was actually probably after midnight by the time I went to sleep. Oh, those are the ones I was looking for. And man, I slept until like 9:30 this morning. I think I like the bigger one. I'm going to use that one. Let's see. And I do want to make a quick signature for this one. I'm going to secure the signature differently with this one. But let me just do one thing at a time. Let's see. I know that I left all my stuff here. Where did it go? I have a tiny little... Oh, there it is. One of these little dollar store mats. So I did not glue the back of this down because I wasn't sure if I was going to put something on the back of the cover. I might just do the mesh. I don't know. I don't know. We'll see. So let's do this first. I'm going to glue this on before I do anything else. So yeah, today has been another loungy, lazy day. Uh-oh, my dog's gonna bark. Tai, it's okay, honey. It's just people talking. I feel like where my room is in our house, it's like a noise funnel into my room. So I like to keep at least one window slightly open. And if anyone's out front walking by, and my room is in the back of the house, but we can hear it very clearly. And then I shared in another video, they just redid the park close to our house. We're like 2 houses away from this park. And they designed this amazing park, this playground structure and park. And it's an inclusive playground. And I love it, but because it's so new and it's summertime, everyone, like from all over the place, they're bussing their kids in, and boy, it is loud sometimes. Right now it's pretty quiet, but sometimes you get a kid out there that just screams nonstop. And you know, it's the kind of parent that thinks that their kid is just the cutest thing no matter how loud and obnoxious they're being. And it's like, it's not cute, but anyways, doesn't happen often. But we can hear everything in my room. That was my point. All right. Oops, where did the flower go? Oh my gosh. Okay. Oh, how did it fall down here? Well, let's put this. I can never get it centered, and I try, and I try, and I try. That's a song. I don't know why I always have a hard time getting the center of these little paper flowers. So I always like to do the brad on the flower first just to see. Totally off center. It's so weird. Why does it mess with my vision? I don't understand, but let me just see if I can. It's pretty windy today. I can hear the wind too, but I don't mind that. All right, I'm gonna say that's good. So then I kind of want it right at the corner, and I wanted to do this before I decide what to do on the inside so that I can cover the brad with whatever I'm going to cover the inside with. Yeah, it's crooked, but that's all right. Keep going. like to just kind of, I think I get these at the dollar store. I'm not really sure. I just have a whole bunch. Okay, so the front cover is done. Let's do a quick little signature. I did say in my video last night that today I was planning on just doing a bunch of well, I didn't really say what I was going to do, but I was thinking of doing a bunch of master boards with all the paper scraps I have, but I didn't end up doing that. I've been lounging, and then I went and had coffee with a friend, and so anyways, I have this bin. I'm not even sure if it'll show, but this bin that has they're kind of scraps. So I have like more book pages and things here and some cardstock here. So I'm going to use that, but I also have, well, these are some scraps that I've been working on using lately, but, oh my gosh, this is the one. Let's say I had to go to my living room. This is the one I was hoping to use today. It's so bad. I mean, it's like big and full of scraps. So I still might do that and kind of, you know, use a bunch of that. I did see, I think it was, I think Michelle over at the Creative Cove. I've been watching a lot of her videos lately because I love the botanical themes, and I have always wanted to draw and sketch, and I've never felt confident in doing that, but I've been following some of her quickie sketches, and I'm feeling kind of encouraged and excited. But she had mentioned that what she does is at the end of the day, after she's done some crafting, she uses whatever paper scraps she has, and she just immediately creates kind of a master board in like an art pad or something. So I would love to get to a point where I can do that. I just usually only have time to make a mess and craft, and then I just shove everything into some kind of bin or my closet and don't look at it until the next time that I craft. So I would love to get to that point where I'm able to use my scraps and just create some quick master boards at the end of each day. That'll be a goal. Maybe this summer I can get into a routine like that. I am still working this summer. I do teach a summer class, but luckily it is online. And I really need to use this summer to get some of the routines and practices I want, because I am going to be extremely busy in the fall. Oh, this is like one of those, I don't know what they're called, the blank pages inside of books. Okay, so yeah, I am just going to grab a bunch of papers. I have a whole bunch of these papers that are folded this way, and I really wish they were folded this way because they're perfect, but they're not, so I'm not really going to use those. It's like sometimes I don't even know what was the point of this? Oh my gosh. Okay, let's keep looking. And then, I'll trim them down after I get a bunch. So I'm shooting for maybe 8 to 10 pages. And oh, I love using these. I pulled these out of some kind of old, I don't know if it was just like a journal or like one of those composition books, but I love them because they're one piece. And I've kind of been hoarding them, but I think I'll use one in here. Would it fit if I do this? Let me see here. And I don't mind with these. I Sometimes I like my edges to be nice and crisp and all one length, but with these I don't mind with the different pieces sticking out. I think it adds to the kind of vintagey recycled charm of it. That one sticks out a little bit. Okay, I think I kind of like that. Or what I could do, I was thinking this could be one of those where it pulls out, but actually I have 2 pages now. Oh shoot, don't you do that. No. I'll go from this end. Good thing I'm okay with the ratty-tatty look on these journals. Okay, so I have this page. Yeah, and I could trim a little bit off if I decide. And then that page. Usually I just get the papers and then I decide which order I want them in, but what do I have so far? 4. I'm trying to use a lot of different, oh no, I wanted to save that for something, so I'm not going to use that. Oh yeah, that one works. And I don't measure on these kinds of projects. The whole point is for them to be quick and easy and just kind of mindless. So I just get it as close as I can or want it to be, and then in it goes. Okay, so I have a lot of blank kind of writing pages. Maybe I need some book and music sheets. Book pages and music sheets. I'm always hesitant to use dictionary pages because you just never know what words are on there. I mean, I use them for my collaging and my books and things, but I don't know what I'm going to do with these little journals when I'm done with them. Why can I not find any of the book pages? A lot of my book pages are really brittle, and so they don't make good signature pages, but that one kind of does. I have no idea what's on this page. Okay, let me use this little bin. I was using the big one, but oh yeah, here's one of those. And I do want to use, okay, I'll use that, and then I do want to use some kind of recycled packaging, which I have a whole bunch. I hope everyone is having a wonderful Sunday, wherever you are and whatever you're doing. I think I'm just making these pages a little bit too wide, but I can tear them down a little bit. All right, what have we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, that is way too wide, but that's okay. So I think this and one piece of packaging will be the last pages I put in here. I have a bit of a headache. Even so like I said, I went to bed after midnight last night, and then even though I slept in, I didn't really sleep in till 9:30, but I was in bed till 9:30. But I did sleep until like 8. So, you know, I kind of got my 8 hours of sleep, but it doesn't matter how many hours I get. If I go to bed that late, I end up having a bit of a tired headache. Actually, maybe I'll put this right here. I want this to be the middle, and then a little bit of packaging. I'm very lucky. When I'm tired, my dog is usually tired, so he has been, other than his kind of midday walk my son took him on, he has been just sleeping, and he slept in with me. He stayed in bed with me until 9:30. I feel very, very fortunate to have a dog. He's only 3 that is willing to do that for me. I'm going to start trimming them down. So basically I will just kind of line it up and then do a quick pinch and either fold it until I can tear it or just do that. Okay, so let's take all of these out. And wait, let me just make sure. Is this the size that I like? Oh, it's a little bit wide. All right. Yeah. So then I'll just take one piece that I feel is a good measure and just start matching pieces. And then look at all these new scraps. So these are the ones that I would then use to create the base of a master board. So I really do want to get into that practice. I think it's a great one to keep scraps a little bit under control. And the thing about these kinds of projects, like I said, my goal isn't to make all of the pages perfectly lined up. In fact, I like it when there's different heights and widths and things sticking out. God. My dog, he just repositioned himself on my bed and grunted. And then just try and build them up as I go. So these ones, so let me do this first. then I think, okay, do I want to save this? And of course I want to, but then like I have all of these. I could easily be one of these, so I'm just gonna start tossing those sizes. Trash bag is full, so I did start. Oh, where'd it go? Oh my gosh! I did start a big shopping bag for my tiny scraps that I will not be saving. This one I don't think I needed to. And then the last one. This page is pretty thin. I'm not sure. I want to keep it as this, but that's all right. So there is the signature, and it is nice and full. I do feel like some of these are sticking out a little too much, but that's okay. I'm going to leave them for now because the way that I want to do this particular signature or book, yeah, the signature to the book is I'm going to just kind of line those up. Punch a couple of holes through all of them. Such a mess that I lost my little green cutting mat. Oh my gosh, if it's where? Oh, I found it. Okay. Now my only, all right, I need to clip this on also. I don't know if I have a very squeaky chair. I don't know if you can hear it every time I lean over, but all right, so I'm going to, where's the front? There we go. Just puncture a couple of holes. At the top and the bottom. And then hopefully if I can, let's see. I just have a bunch of different, it's mostly seam binding, but there are some ribbon pieces in here. Now this might prove to be much more difficult than I'm hoping it will be. I have seen people get ribbon through tiny little holes like this, and I'm gonna try and do that. See if I can do it. I don't even know where the hole is now, dang it. Okay, come on. I can do this. Oh, I see it. Oh, wait, what if I use my tiny little tweezers? Okay, come on. Oops, see, I knew this little mesh was going to be a problem. sure there's an easier way to do this, and I'm happy to hear anyone's suggestions. All I need is one little piece to come through. Oh yeah, it's just this netting is just being a troublesome little... Okay. Okay, what on earth? I probably should have glued the netting down first. Or maybe the ribbon is just too thick. I really don't want to pull this out. I want it to work. I mean, look at it. It's right there. Come on. Then I have to go through this with the bottom hole too. So this video is going to end up being 45 minutes long too, just because of this. All right, maybe. I mean, look at it. It's in there. What is going on? Okay, forget it. No. God. Okay. I did see another little trick that I will try. I just hope this piece is long enough. And that was to cut a tiny, oh my gosh, tiny little piece that way. Let's try that. When I did the, when I did the beading last night, I did put a little glue on the tip to make it sturdy. Maybe I should do that with this. Okay, this is just going to annoy me. Do I even want to continue pursuing this? I mean, I've already made the darn holes. It looks nice and... Oh, I think I got it. Yes. Ah, ha, ha, ha. Okay. But now I'm not sure this piece is going to be long enough for me. That's all right. We'll try. I was hoping to have a nice, nice big piece of like bow. But now that I have my system, I can always get a longer piece. Okay, but this one doesn't seem as clear through, you know. There we go. Oops, man, it is windy, getting windy out there. I think I might need to, oh gosh, put a little glue on this. Or tape. What if I do tape? Which way is it going? think I've tried this before too, and I was not very successful. Because I couldn't get it into a really tight little point. So let's see. Gosh, I didn't realize it was going to get this windy. I might have to go outside and make sure my butterfly enclosures are secure. Oh, 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 yay! All right. Okay. And then just want to tie. Yeah, it's a little bit shorter than I had wanted to make a little bow. Oh gosh, wow. Well, I guess that's okay. All righty then, and then I'm still going to decide, take some time to decide what I'm going to do on the back here. But there is the base of the junk journal, and it feels pretty sturdy in there. So got the cover done and the signature sewn in. Actually, I quite like that. So in just under 2 days, not even 2 days worth of work, I created 3 little mini journals from cardboard boxes and scraps. All right, well, thanks again for sticking around, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your Sunday.